Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dirtfloorfab YouTube channel. We're going to be working on some steering components today, hopefully fixing an Ackerman / bump steer issue that we've been working on, so stick around. Today we are going to be working on the steering arms for the Abody Valiant. I finally got all the parts together. Finally got a little bit of time where I can start working on it. So I'll walk you through what I've done so far, and we're going to continue along as the video goes on. So before I started filming, I started working on notching this area. This is obviously where the new arm is going to have to hang off of the front. As you can see on the original one, there's a shoulder here. So I had to cut that down so that I could get my bracket that I made for like a gusset to sit on there flat. So my plan is to even this up where this is flat across the top here, because that's how I have my measurement. I'm going to level across basically these two holes. And then I'm going to run a bolt through there, tighten it up, tack it into place, and then we're going to start working on the bending of these arms. The only problem is these parts were torch cut on a table, and I chunked my 5/8 drill bit in here doing these, so these ones have a lot of taper on them because it's 5/8 plate. You can see that's a pretty decently round hole. That one kind of looks like a square more than anything. So I want to take a die grinder and test fit everything for 5/8 bolt to run through there just before we even start. I don't know if I'll film that or not, but it's just basically going to be a die grinder and then test fitting a bolt into it. I've got two of these obviously, so when I go to bend them, I want those already done so I don't have to try to work around any of the fixtures or anything. So yeah, here we go. So I took a Dremel and ground these out until that 5/8 bolt slipped through. You can see that they're fairly concentric as far as left and right. I do have to put a bend downward, which these will be flip-flopped so that one will go this way, one will go this way when I do that. But I just need to measure up how much droop we need as far as the brackets go. I want to scratch my car up, but so how much droop and at what measurement that this needs to have the bend at so I can bend this bracket. And then I'm going to clearance out the bottom piece here because I want to fully weld this thing as much as I can. So I want to be able to weld this to this actual ball joint and then weld the bracket to it to stabilize it. I just want full penetration, as much weld as I can on this, because this is actually the part doing the work. This is just helping it. So I'll show you what that looks like when I get it tacked up, when I get done bending this. So excuse my mess here, but I only have one vise. It's in the back of my garage, and this place is quite a dump back here because it's the last place to get clean. But we're gonna go ahead and bend this with some heat and leverage. Hopefully that's enough. And it's not. That looks about right. So guys, we're getting there. Obviously this is our new part. This is the mock-up that I showed you guys earlier. Obviously just a mock-up, but we gotta make one more bend. So this has gotta bend up, and then, well, two more bends, I guess. You'll notice on this part, if you look at it straight, that the bore axis of this is kind of off like that. So I plan to bend this straight up, and I'll probably trim this tail here just flat, but this will bend straight again. And then looking at it like this will bend down so that it can meet up with the tie rod end at an angle. I will probably end up putting the spacers on here just to get the heim away from there, but bending it that way will kind of help so that when you're turn full lock to, you know, this being on this side, when you turn full lock this way, it doesn't bind the heim joint on the bottom here. So we're gonna make that bend, weld some more, show you guys what it looks like. All right, so here's the second to the last bend. Nice and fit up. I'm gonna trim that edge of it right there so it just comes straight down. And then I'm gonna weld all that in for right now. And then I'll heat it and bend it so I don't have this other bend here trying to pull the joint away from each other. All right guys, so this is on the car. Needs a little bit of tweaking. I think I actually bent this a little bit too much downward, but you can kind of see the issue that this is meant to sit lower. So I've got to re-measure my angle here as far as my tie rod opposed to my lower control arm, and then that'll figure out all the bumps here, and I'll figure out if I gotta tweak this back flat or not. Obviously I gotta bolt up my hub or my spindle to it, but that'll probably be off camera. Alright guys, so sorry about putting in some filler of me assembling this. I thought the video was maybe going to be a little bit short, so I want to add this in, show kind of proof of concept on how this arm was going to work as far as range of motion left and right. So I'm going to sweep the steering for you guys, see if we have any binding. I've already checked it without the spindle mounted to it, and it seems to not have any bind, so we'll just record it, show you guys. That'll probably be the end of the video. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support as of lately, and I'll see you guys on the next one. That's full lock right. That's full lock left. So we got a good 20 degrees or so. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.